Hello friends, so welcome back. And in the last video, as I told you, that I will start from the internal structure of the earth. So we will start from the very basic concept related to the internal structure of the earth. So you know that the earth, from the surface towards the core of the earth, like this is the earth, and this is the surface, and this is the core. So from the topmost layer, this is the crust, and this crust is made of silicate. This topmost crust has been made of silicate, and there are various other metals like sodium silicates and other potassium silicates. All those things are there on the very top layer, right? And as soon as we move inside the earth, the density of the matter increases, right? The density at the top is the lowest, and the density at the top is around 2.9, right? So 2.9 is the density on the top, and this the top layer is known as the Sial, right? This Sial is nothing but you can understand it as Si for silica and Al for aluminium. So the top layer of the earth is made of silica and aluminium. So silica and aluminium, these are the two metals which are found a lot on the earth crust, on the topmost crust, right? So this top layer is called the Sial, and all the continents which are there on the earth, they are made of this Sial layer, right? So Sial is the main layer where all the continents have been established. They are all there on the Sial layer, right? So you can consider it as like this is the Sial on which all the continents are there, right? So all the 7 continents, they are all on the Sial layer, right? And apart from the density of this layer is 2.9, right? The top layer is 2.9 density, right? As soon as you move inside the earth, the density of the matter inside the earth increases, right? So the next layer after this Sial, whose density is greater than the density of this topmost layer, which is the Sial layer, that layer is called as Sima. This is the Sima layer. I can show it like this, more dense. So this is Sima. Sima means S-I-M-A. Again, Sima means S-I means silica, and Ma means magnesium. So silica and magnesium, these are the two metals which are in abundance on this layer, and this is the layer which is the surface for the ocean, right? You can see that this is the ocean surface, and on top of that the water is flowing, the water of ocean is flowing, right? So this is the oceanic layer, the Sima is the oceanic layer, silicate, which is made of silica and magnesium. So this layer is made of silica and magnesium, and on top of this layer the ocean is flowing, right? So all the oceans, they are connected to each other, and all those are flowing on this layer, right? And this is the layer where all the volcanic activities takes place, right? And volcanic activities takes place, and apart from volcanic activities, they struck to each other, and they create a number of new landforms. And this is the process which happens throughout the number of years, like in the millions and trillions of years, right? But this is the layer where all these things happen. So on this layer, there are two kind of activities which can happen. One is like two layers are coming together, they are moving towards each other, right? And there can be like the two layers, the two crusts are moving away from each other, right? Suppose this is the Sima layer, and due to the movement of this magma inside the earth, there is magma, right? So all these layers are moving on the magma, right? So this magma is moving as using a convectional current, right? So if somewhere the magma is moving like this, if the direction of the current is like this, then in that case what will happen, this topmost layer will exert a pressure like this, and this convection current will exert a pressure like this. So these two opposite pressures will cause this layer to crack down from the middle, right? When this happens to the Sima layer, then what happens, that inside the earth there is magma, there is lava, there is magma, right? So this will come out, and when this magma comes out, it creates a new landforms inside the ocean itself, just like the mid-oceanic ridge. Inside the Atlantic Ocean there is a mid-oceanic ridge which is made of because of this activity. And entire Iceland, you might have seen the Iceland. You can see it on the it in the atlas, or you can see in the world map. You will be able to find that there is a portion of the American continent which is called the Iceland, right? So the Iceland is the northernmost part of the earth, right? And the capital of the Iceland, which is the Reykjavik, that is the northernmost capital on this earth. Northernmost capital. The capital is Reykjavik, Iceland. Iceland's capital is Reykjavik. So when these kind of things happen, then the lava comes out and these kind of landforms because of the lava are created, right? So this is the way these things happen, and on the Sima rock these kind of activities takes place. These kind of activities not only take place in the Sima rock. Basically the when the two layers, when the two different landforms struck to each other, two different rocks struck to each other, those kind of things also happen, right? So those things we will discuss in detail later on, right? But as of now you can just understand that the second layer is the Sima layer, which is the layer for the ocean, right? And the third one is NiFe, which is known as nickel and ferrous. Ni stands for nickel and Fe stands for ferrous. So Ni means nickel and Fe means ferrous. This is found at the core of the earth, right? This is around starts from around 2,900 kilometers up to the center of the earth, 6,800 kilometers, 2,900 to 6,800 kilometers. So this is the total span where this NiFe layer, this nickel and ferrous, means iron and nickel, both these things have been spread around the core of the earth inside this radius from 2,900 to 6,800 kilometers, right? So the core of the earth is made of nickel and ferrous, and this thing can be proved as well, and you can understand it easily that our earth is a magnet in itself. It behaves like a magnet, right? So one of the experiences that you can have is that there is somewhere inside the earth there is something like some magnetic material is there. So those magnetic materials are ferrous and the nickel and ferrous, right? So iron and nickel. Ferrous means ferrous is just an ore of iron, right? Ferric oxide, ferrous oxide, these are all the ores of the iron, right? So nickel and iron both are at the core of the earth. So this is the innermost layer, which is made of NiFe, nickel and ferrous, nickel and iron. So this division of the crust of the various layers of the earth was given by Suez. He was a scientist. He gave this classification of the crust, right? So in the next video we will discuss more about the internal structure of the earth. For finding out the internal structure of the earth, the various sources are taken, right? Like what is the density of the earth, like the volcanic activities. Based on the volcanic activities, geography, those who studied geography, they try to find out the internal structure of the earth based on the volcanic activities, based on the earthquake activities. So based on different activities, they try to find that what the internal structure of the earth could be. And the most useful study was the study with respect to the earthquakes. The waves that are generated when the earthquake happens, those waves were used to find out the internal structure of the earth, and that is the most useful study, and that is accepted as well in today's world, right? So in coming videos we'll discuss those, right? So for today this is all, and in the next video we will discuss about the earthquakes, various waves they are generated during the earthquakes and all those things, and on the basis of earthquake waves, how the scientists try to find out what is the internal structure of the earth, that I will discuss with you, right? So from today's video there are a few important facts, like what is the density of the various layers. So you can just remember it, like the highest density of the earth crust is inside the earth at the core, and which is around 11. The middle layer, which is the Sima, has 2.9 to 4.7 density, and the topmost layer has 2.9 only, right? Okay, so the topmost layer is silicate. The second layer also has the silica, but there are some silicate ions as well, where they are found at the second layer as well. But one thing that you need to remember is that the topmost layer is acidic and the middle layer is alkaline, right? You need to remember this, that the middle layer is the alkaline. It is made of basalt. This is made of basalt. This is made of silica. The topmost layer is silica and the middle layer is basalt, and the core layer is iron and nickel. Okay, so that's it for today, and in the next video we will meet soon again, and we will discuss about the earthquakes, and based on earthquakes how the internal structure of the earth was predicted. Till then, have a nice day and bye bye.